In a major reshuffle of top police officers, around 50 of them have been transferred in the state of Maharashtra. The transfers, which have been pending since July, have drawn attention as a plum posting has gone to senior police officer Amitabh Gupta, who was in the news for allowing the scam-accused Wadhawans to move during the lockdown, to travel during the lockdown. Now, he has been appointed the police chief of Pune city. Now, for more on this, I'm joined by Saurabh Gupta from Mumbai. Saurabh, this is a surprising move, especially since there was a lot of controversy regarding the cop.
Well, yes, at that time, Mr. Gupta had given a letter allowing the Wadhawans to travel. They are scam accused at this point. They are in jail. They've been arrested by the CBI and ED, and Mr. Amitabh Gupta, who's a 1992 batch IPS officer, had allowed them to travel, saying that they were close friends, and Mr. Gupta's defense was that he had allowed them to travel on compassionate grounds. And at that time, he was sent on compulsory leave, but he resumed duty almost a month later after he was cleared, exonerated by a committee headed by Additional Chief Secretary Manoj Sonik. And post that, he was, of course, working in his post. At that time, he was in the Home Ministry of Maharashtra. But now, of course, he's been given the posting of Pune Police Commissioner, which is also a plum post because, remember, Pune is one of the biggest cities. Pune, Nagpur are the bigger cities of Maharashtra, perhaps after Mumbai. And the Pune Police Commissioner's post is quite a plum post, and that has gone to Mr. Amitabh Gupta. And the opposition is, of course, going to raise the argument that, look, we had earlier said that Mr. Gupta was acting on the behest of someone else, and this only proves that he's been given a plum posting, so he's been rewarded for his services. That's going to be the opposition's line of attack in this case, and the government will have to defend that. But, the transfers itself were pending for a long time. Over 50 IPS officers had been transferred. These were pending because of the pandemic, and then of course you had Ganpati, so it all got delayed to September. It would have happened in June, July ideally, but it didn't happen then. So it's taken almost 3 or 4 months for it to happen, and many IPS officers were actually waiting for this to happen. But there have been other notable transfers as well, in the state, and several other police officers also going on to take on their respective positions that they've been transferred to.
All right. Also, Saurabh, who are these Wadhawans and what are they accused of?
Well, the Wadhawans have been accused in the DHFL scam. Mainly, they've been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI. They've gotten bail in one case, but they are still in jail. And what had essentially happened at that time is that while they were accused, they had sought this permission to travel, and they had traveled in a fleet of luxury cars all the way to Mahabaleshwar, which is a hill station. They were put into quarantine there, and then of course they were arrested by the agencies, and since then they've been in jail. They've been in judicial custody now, but obviously they are prime accused in the DHFL scam, and that is why there was so much outrage even at that point of time, that why were they allowed to travel at the height of the lockdown like this in a fleet of cars.
Thank you, Saurabh, for that update.